Hey guys, this is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I'm just letting y'all know that we are going to be back in action quickly here. They're getting ready to do player announcements. This is slated to be a great matchup. We got Margarita Fefilova Steyer versus Dawn Hopkins. So stick around. It's going to be a good one. You can kind of see the ladies are warming up back there. They're going to do the player announcements and we'll get right in the action.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I was muted before, so I'm just stepping in. This is my first live stream of the day, so just trying to get settled in. I just came from another match. Just again, my name is Ada Leo. I'm a WPBA member and competitor, and I'm joined in the booth by Jim Calderon.
Congratulations on your match win there.
Thank you so much. I was playing a local player, Rachel. I forgot her name right now. I'm so sorry.
Rachel Bradford.
Rachel Bradford. Yeah, it was her first tournament, and I think she was very excited and, overwhelmed at the same time. I think that's everybody's experience when they first play on the tour.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 of Colorado players. They'd love for you guys to come back. It'd be great to have this as an annual event.
So is this your homeroom where you play pool?
Yes. I live 100 miles away, but I do call Felt my homeroom. Played tournament years. 2014 had a men's pro event here. I was fortunate director and kind of the master Garner Classic. Really second big pro event felt at top pool Denver, top pool Colorado. If you have great owners, great tables.
This room is really great. I have to say, it's very large. There's a lot of tables here, and we got a lot of pool playing, loving people. So excited to see that always.
Yeah, always a good crowd base. A lot of fans come watch the.
So I just wanted to go over the match rules for the WPBA that you'll be seeing today. We are lagging for the first break. It's an alternate break format. The 9-ball does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets, and 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game. We are doing the 3-point break rule, so that means a combination of 3 balls need to be pocketed or go past the head string when a break is happening. So those are the match rules. And in this tournament, we have quite a lot of sponsors to mention. Our title sponsor is Olhausen Tables. We also have Felt Billiards and Porter Billiards with Adam Burke. And so many other ones I don't want to mention because it'll take a long time and we really need to focus on the match at hand.
We're almost done.
Yep. So just wanted to introduce our players. Oh, let me go fix that for Jim's mic. All right. I'm sorry about that. We're trying to adjust Jim's mic here. So, Jim, why don't you say a few words about your experience and your background? Are you from Colorado originally?
Yeah, I am from Colorado. I actually live in Pueblo, Colorado, which is 100 miles south of Denver. I've been playing pool for, maybe going on 40 years, 38 years. Like I said, I kind of call Felt my homeroom because this is where most of the big table tournaments that happen, and we have a nice history of nice big table tournaments here at Felt. Touring pros that come by, a lot of top-notch players here in Denver. Mark Vidal, Mark Haddad, great player Mark Haddad from California, but recently passed away, but played his last 10 or 15 years here in Colorado. Great player.
I just
Sorry
met
to see him go.
Sam Deep and Vidal today, and she's a tremendous billiards instructor. She just got Billiards Instructor of the Year, and so excited to see her in person. I've been following her Instagram and helpful tips, especially about people that have chicken wings, which that's a compensation on your form. So if you have a chicken wing, definitely need to fix it because that means you might not be delivering the cue in a straight way.
Yeah, actually, I just took a lesson from Sam. She's a longtime player here in Denver. She's a good player in her own right, and she's been doing the junior nationals, the billiard education junior nationals for years. And she was instructor of the year recently.
Yeah.
She's a coach. She's Sophia Mass coach. Coach for several other players, married to Mark Vidal Clairmont, a strong player from Spain, lives here in Colorado.
That's great. There's so many players here. I had no idea. This is my first time in the state. The first thing I noticed is the sun is brutal.
We get sun here 300 days a year, they brag, I believe.
I mean, the temperature is nice, and then I felt like in the shade I could deal with it, but then it was just like, wow, once I'm in the sun, I feel like a rotisserie chicken. It was just too brutal for me.
Yeah, actually, I think today was going to break a record because it was going to get like 92 or 94. It's usually not quite in the 90s at this time of year, but it's been a hot summer.
So I wanted to remind everybody that you can buy a set of balls from this event. So you can go to the WPBA store on the website and purchase a ball and have your cue ball signed by a player. So that's something that's available for you. And then, of course, if you like in the stream and what you hear, you can donate. We have a little button on YouTube where you can donate, and then you can also do it on the WPBA website. So we're still announcing the players. There are 10 tables in each round, or at least in the beginning rounds, to accommodate for the busy schedule at Felt. They have quite a busy nighttime crowd that comes in, so we wanted to respect the business and make sure that we schedule the matches in the most amount of players in the right amount of time.
That's what I love about Felt. What a great hall. I hadn't been here for a while. Last time I was here, there was just the seven diamond big tables, and lo and behold, I walk in today and there's 3 extra tables, 3 brand new black diamond 9-footers. So now there's 10 great playing diamonds here at this room, and dozens of bar tables. They added some there too, so I think they're up to like 18 maybe on the bar tables, all diamonds.
That's incredible. Now we need to just grow more and more players in Colorado so that we can have more pool rooms, right? So
That's right. What we need to get this Olhausen Classic back for next year here in Colorado.
that'd be very nice.
That'd
Then I
help grow
could
the
do
game.
more sightseeing because I feel like I have limited sightseeing time.
Yeah.
There's all those beautiful hiking trails and things like that.
Yep, Colorado's beautiful. The mountains are awesome.
All right, so our first player that we have in this round's match is Margarita Fefilova. She's currently ranked 5th in the WPBA tour with the highest ranking of 4th. She's playing with a Viking Carmeli cue with a 12.25 white carbon shaft, and her breaking cue is a Viking with a white carbon. And her jump cue is a 60, and she's using Kamui chalk and a Kamui glove. She is a 2021 European 9-ball champion, 2-time Euro Tour winner, and 32-time national champion of Belarus. And her sponsors are 60, Viking Cues, Kamui brand, and Jam Up Apparel. Her opponent is Dawn Hopkins, originally from Brockton, Massachusetts, and now lives in Tinton Falls, New Jersey, and is currently ranked 61. She took some time off from the tour with the highest ranking of 8 on the tour. She plays with a Jack Justice cue case. Well, that's the cue case, but then she has a frog and tab point jump cue. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Her current career achievements are top 16 each year for 4 decades, runner-up in WPBA Nationals, and ESPN Ultimate 9-Ball Challenge, winner of the Super Billiards Expo's Player Championship, state championship titles in 8-ball, 9-ball, and 14.1. And our sponsors are Jersey Shore APA Pool League. Hopefully we'll have her join the commentary booth at some point. She's an excellent commentator with a lot of knowledge. So the ladies just got started. It looks like Dawn has won the lag, and she'll be breaking off.
We got a great match going on here. You know, Christina up and coming. Her Fargo rating goes up every time she plays. Currently ranked number 18 in the world with a 734. Did you hear that? A 734 Fargo rate. That's a great. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. That's a great Fargo.
Indeed, it is.
And Dawn Hopkins, don't let that 618 Fargo rating fool you, because she has been playing on the WPBA a long time, and she has done well. Problem with the Fargo for us older players is, you know, a lot of the times when they did well back in the past was before the Fargo rating, so it takes time to build that Fargo rating up. But she doesn't play like a 618, I could tell you that.
Well, that was a very nice opening break here by Dawn, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if she can see that 3-ball on the side. She might have some difficulty. Let's change the view here.
Yeah, unfortunately, we still can't see it. She might have a shot at it. She looked like she might.
Yeah, sometimes the camera angles are a little tough to see from the booth here. We are kind of sitting off to the side, and dependent upon, you know, how the camera is set up, and we may not see exactly what the players see when they're on the table. Oh, she could see it.
Can see it, rolled it. She still got a shot at the 5. Gonna have some work to do to get on that 6.
I think she just can roll it and then, you know.
Maybe a little inside and stay with the 6 in view.
So what is your opinion about the 3-point rule?
That's different. I had never seen that, or I'd never played in it, you know.
I think that's something that they adopted in Europe and Asia to prevent soft breaking and having arduous safety battles. It really encourages people to run out, because you're ideally trying to like get a, you know, 1 ball in, 2 balls to go off to the kitchen, and everything spread out ideally. So that, I think she was trying to hold this shot here, so unfortunately decelerated a little bit in her execution. So now pretty much wide open for Margarita. I think, you know, I don't see any problems. Do you, Jim, here?
No, not a good way to start the match with Dawn. She did try to slow roll it to hold it a little bit. She could have maybe hit a little firmer with some inside English, but she did not. Oh, Dawn got a little lucky here, but yeah, strong cut in the 6 on this to the corner. Looks like she's looking at it.
Yeah, Margarita, I think, hit that a little too forcefully.
Yeah, she did.
Gotten like out of
Yeah,
line
she
there.
shouldn't have been in such a bad spot.
I just think that the first few racks, both players are trying to get accustomed to the table, the speed, and just the feel of the table. And you may see, you know, as they work this out, some shots that you may not expect them to be making or executing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the first match we had, they both played a little tight and missed a few more balls than I think they're used to.
So what do you think of commentating?
Oh, I'm having a blast.
That's amazing.
I'm having a blast. It's fun. How bad can it be talking about something you love, you know?
Well, some people can just play the game and don't talk about it because they don't know how to talk. So I'm glad that you are able to express your love of the game, and especially to the audience members here.
Yeah, thank you.
So she decided to bank that 6 ball instead of cut that.
Yeah.
I think you have to go with your percentages, and every player has their own percentages, what I call their shot library. There may be things that a bank shot is a higher percentage for her rather than a cut shot in that situation. So at the end of the day, it's all about decisions and making the right decisions on the table with the layout being given.
Well, and it goes to show you that she is a top player. She's comfortable doing everything on the table. She shot that bank shot real comfortably, didn't run the cue ball or nothing. So she has complete confidence in everything she does.
Margarita's game is very well-rounded. She can do a lot of different things and in various situations. So I think when you reach the over 700 level, it's all about making the right decisions. Also, like the mental resilience part of the game. So in order to play well, you have to have a good foundation, good fundamentals, really solid pre-shot routine. You have to make the right decisions on the table, And then as well as the match goes on, there's going to be moments where you're playing really great and then your opponent's playing really great. How do you fade all that momentum shifts in the game?
Yeah, no, her confidence is real high. She doesn't, she's not going to struggle too much with any of that. She's playing, evidently for these last couple of years, she's playing nonstop, traveling the world, playing pool.
The ladies just came back from New Zealand, and also some of the ladies came back from China. The China Open was in Shanghai, so all this international experience.
Yeah, and she does well internationally. She finishes high there too.
My real question is, when you have all these international tournaments, how do you deal with the jet lag? Because I'm sure it's exhausting to be switching time zones like that.
Yeah, she wakes up in the morning not sure where she is, maybe. I don't know.
So I think it's really important to have a routine. She's extremely fit and likes to go to the gym, and I think she really treats it as a sport. She's an athlete, and
She is.
it takes a lot of stamina and endurance to play a pool match. So much focus involved.
Well, and let's not forget, she's married to one of the top U.S. players, Tyler Steyer. In the same situation, a young up-and-comer. Every day he wakes up and his Fargo rate's higher, finishing high in tournaments. So between the two of them, I'm sure they're training together and playing off of each other, and that strengthens both their games.
Most definitely. I think having a sparring partner, a coach, those things really help elevate your game, as well as, in my case, I am grateful and honored to be playing amongst the top ladies in the U.S. and getting that exposure and that experience.
Yes, and it's definitely, this pool is definitely a sport to these top players. They approach it like any other sport with, mental training, physical training, thousands of hours on the pool table. They work hard at their game.
So I see the 8 is kind of not in an ideal position in this layout. So you saw Margarita was pointing at the area where she wants to go to for the 2, but then she's going to eventually have to figure out how to get to this 8. I think the 7's in a good spot for that. So I don't see too many problems with someone at this caliber of play to be able to run this rack.
No, here she's got to get on the 4. I believe that's the 4.
Yeah, the 4 is in front of the 5, so she might have to elect to combo it or try to cut it. So I think she's deciding to combo it softly so that she can leave the 4 in front of the pocket and then use that to set up for the 6.
Yeah, and it looks like she's got an easy, like she said, just roll this, and this 5 should stay there, or the 4 should stay there and give her a nice transition to the 6.
So she's electing to draw it a little bit. Yep, that was really nicely done. She held it, and now she has a good angle to get to the 6. Now, when you're playing 9-ball, you always want to try to give yourself an angle so that you can use the rails and get around the table. And I think a lot of people that are starting off playing 9-ball, they leave themselves too straight or they don't get to the right side of the ball. So that's so you can get to the path of the next ball. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, here she goes 2 rails. She overhit it a little, but she ended up coming out on the other side pretty good.
Well, these tables are fast, so I feel like you don't need to do too much, and then you're going to be able to get that spin and then let that roll of the ball do the work.
These tables are fast. Freshly recovered. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't think it was. They recovered all the tables. No humidity in Colorado. These cue balls, they'll roll forever and ever.
Well, I'm from New York City, and we have to deal with humidity most of the time, so this is a joy.
Yeah, Kelly on the last match had a couple of balls that the cue ball, poor thing, just had never stopped and never stopped. She ended up scratching. Yeah, these balls roll. But Margarita got on perfect here, and she's going to make short work of that 8.
So she's going to softly roll this. Oh, she's going to let the rail try to slow it
She's got a
down.
little far. She's got to move the 9 ball here, but she should be all right.
Let's see if the side view can give another view here. Yeah, she has a small angle here.
Yeah, actually, she should just be able to tap the 9 and not move it too far. use it to stop the cue ball and push it towards maybe the side pocket. In good shape here.
Oh, no, she's got to bank it, I think.
Yeah, she hit it a little. It kind of badly.
It's still the beginning racks. There's only rack 2 right now, so working out the king.
Looks like she kind of let her stroke out a little bit, feeling comfortable with the bank. She left a makeable shot here. John just has to stay down on the ball and cut it right in.
These tables are not easy, though. No humidity, and if you try to like power through like a corner shot, the balls will rattle. So you have to be really careful.
Yeah, no, tight tables. I mean, tight pockets, no, nothing big, easy.
Actually, I think some of the tables are tighter than the others. So we were mentioned that was told to us last night.
Yeah, table 1 is up until the 3 new tables on the other side. But table 1 was the first of the black diamonds, and it was tighter. Most 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they all play more or less the same. 3 is a little tight as well. I'm not sure how the black diamonds play table 8, 9, and 10, but I'm sure they're tight over there because they kind of come that way from the factory, fairly tight.
Well, I was playing on table 10, one of the newer tables, and definitely I had to be very easy with how I shot. Like if I tried to power something into the corner pockets were rejecting those shots, so I had to make an adjustment there.
Yeah, you tap the rail or even the side of the entry to the pocket, and they can sit up on you.
Oh, she's elected to play a safe. I think that was a smart shot because there was a funny angle.
Yeah, Don missed the cut on the 9 ball. She cut it a little short and left Margarita tough, and great safety here. Don's probably going to have to shoot the same shot back right at her.
Yeah, it depends on how Dawn is feeling. If she's feeling confident, I think the bank is there.
Well, and with the balls so far apart, the safety and the shot are maybe the same difficulty factor.
That's a good
Not
point.
easy.
So you're faced with difficult shot versus difficult safety.
Sometimes you like going to your strength. Maybe you like to shoot it,
I'm
which she
definitely
did.
going to try to shoot it because, I feel like those of the 2 things that are difficult to do, for me, I'm going to try my best to
I
block it.
agree. Actually, I think a lot of the players feel the same way. When in doubt, they're going to go offensive and, try to take advantage of it. But making a good shot, winning a game.
But I think, if I was playing at the table, especially early on, trying to get a feel of the table, I would re-safe her back, just like what Margarita did with Dawn. I would do the same exact shot. So as I get more warmed up and more used to the table, then I would go for the bank shot. So
Well, I think Margarita had a little easier spot because the cue ball wasn't so far away from the 9, and the safety was relatively easy for Margarita. The safety for Dawn was not as easy because you had such a distance between the cue ball and the 9 ball.
I mean, there was another type of safety, which is you're just thinning it on the one side and sending the cue ball a few rails around to the short rail. But that is also a touchy shot, and it requires a sensitivity there that you may not have in the beginning of the match.
Right. And Don, the shooter, went right at the shot. Didn't even hesitate too much or think about it a lot.
Right. So I got a chance to visit the Denver Botanic Gardens while I was here yesterday, and it is amazing. One of the top botanical gardens in the U.S., and rightly so. I was blown away. 23 acres with different gardens, and if you like plants and learning about nature, amazing. Come visit.
Yeah, I actually went to a concert there just about a month ago. I went and saw Gregory Porter. They have a nice setup where they do concerts in the grassy area, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
And Gregory Porter was awesome. Jazz singer.
And then you have Red Rocks here. I would love to go watch a concert there. So lots of things to do and see in Colorado.
Yep, Red Rock's supposedly one of the best outdoor venues, most beautiful venues in the country. Don got a good break, made a couple of balls. That's a shot at this one. But it looks like the two's blocking the pocket a little. She might have to bank this. She could play maybe rail first and hit into the two.
I think she has to bank this because that one does not go past this 2-ball.
Yeah, it looks like she's lining up the bank.
Yeah, everything else is pretty wide open. So this is the hardest shot I think on this rack here.
And again, looks like she's going on the offensive. Banked it right in. Nice bank. Two was easy for shape, but now the 2 to the 3 is pretty good. She'd like to get probably above the 3 a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, everything is just pretty open. It's just a matter of like sticking to your game plan, just following through and with your plan and checking your angles and really committing to the shots. I see a lot of like beginner players, they'll just take shots for granted. They're careless. They don't have a solid pre-shot routine. That's one thing I really respect and appreciate about professional pools, that they're doing the same thing over and over. How do you build consistency if you don't have a standard pre-shot routine? She stays down. She follows through. She got a little straight though, it looks like. She's going to have to draw back.
Yeah, but it's not too tough. She, draw back pretty much right where she's at. Oh, that looks like she's got a stretch. Now she's going to have to use the bridge. So forget what I just said. That makes it a lot tougher here.
Yeah. Now, do you play right-handed or left-handed?
I'm a left-hander.
Do you play opposite-handed?
No. Sometimes, but no.
Well,
normally.
she hit that perfectly
hit
with
that
the
good.
bridge.
Yeah. I was going to say, being, a little bit of the older player, she's probably more used to the bridge than maybe the younger players with the, the new cues with the extensions and stuff.
I shoot opposite-handed, so I'm right-handed. And then for that shot, I think I wouldn't have been able to reach it. Dawn's a little bit taller than I am, so I would just shoot it left-handed.
Yeah. The problem with the hardest part about the opposite hand is your eyes, if you can see down the line.
Well, I'm cross-eye dominant.
Oh, okay.
So I'm left-eye dominant right-handed. So sometimes like
handy.
left-handed is just everything's lined up.
Yeah, Dawn hit the end of the rail that we were just talking about, the tough pocket. She nipped that side rail on the way in, and that 6-ball just hung up. Looks like she gave an easy one to Margarita.
Yeah, these corner pockets are really, really difficult, especially on the new tables, and you have to hit them perfectly. Otherwise, they spit them out.
Yep. Yeah, you can't touch that rail very often and still make the ball. Margarita got good shape just to roll forward to shoot the 9 in the corner pocket.
Well, you saw how she used the rails to get the shape here. I feel like some people don't realize, if you were to use the rails, they're your friends, and you just have to make sure you understand the reaction off the rails, the spin, and just really work with the natural positioning of the cue ball, and then figure that out that way.
Yeah, and if it's your first time watching a women's pro event, you might be surprised at how well these ladies play. But let me tell you, they play good. They get around the table well. They shoot all the shots. They got all the skills. They're fun to watch.
I appreciate all the people in the chat giving me hints and tips and tricks to go visit Colorado. So looks like I have to come and make a return visit. So many things to do and see. Rocky Mountain National Park, Horseshoe Park. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, beautiful Colorado. Lots of places. The mountains, the Rockies are beautiful. Any time of year, spring, summer, fall, winter.
Were you born here? Raised here?
I was raised here, born in San Diego, but I've lived my whole life in Pueblo.
Oh, okay. I did try a Native American fast casual restaurant. That was actually very good.
Yeah, what was that called?
Tokabe?
Oh, never heard of that one.
It's like, imagine Chipotle. You go up there and you like customize your dish, and then you just kind of take it with you. And it's like Chipotle, but with Native American ingredients. So I had some bison
Sounds amazing.
and Indian fry bread. It was actually really, really tasty.
Yeah. Margarita with a good break here. Again, made 2 balls. Close enough to the 1 to get down. Get a good shot on the 2.
Yeah, so you see how she's measuring now where she wants to be. She has to avoid getting in a bad situation where she's hidden from the 2 with either the 4, the 9, or the 7.
Yeah, she's got to get in between them balls.
Yeah, just like that.
And if you notice, she hit the spot she was aiming for, right where her finger was.
I really
Got
think
perfect on the 2.
it's really important to visualize, and this game is a lot of visualization. A lot of the top pros will point to an area so that it gives them that cue to apply that path to the cue ball and get it over there to that exact spot.
Yeah, I think Margarita is one of the perfect players that way. You know, talk about form and pre-shot routine and everything. She's very very strong in all those areas.
Yeah, she just has to hit this, cleanly with a good pace. Everything is pretty much.
See, she hit good pace on that one, even though she clipped that side rail. Ball went cleanly in, or went in easily.
So I feel like there's a difference between like muscling a shot and hitting the shot, and she hits that so well.
Yes.
Now, how would you get to the 8 with this position?
You know, I like the 2 rails and coming back and shooting the. Well, it depends. I mean, the 8 ball's right in the middle of the table. She can shoot it 2 rails and get on to shoot in the upper right-hand corner, or she can play 2 rails and shoot it in the upper left-hand corner. It's all speed and how she, comfortable letting out her stroke a little. So she went across. That's probably the way I would have played it right there to this side.
Yeah, because she's working with like the maximum area and kind of getting to the correct side. So this is what I mean by being on the correct side of the ball. She now has a natural angle to get to the 9, whether she prefers to go to the left or to the right. It's just, there are just options. It's personal preference at this point.
Right, and she hit that, so she stayed above the 8 and had, the cue ball was rolling into the path that gives her great options either way.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, if you want to learn a lot about position and what that ideally looks like, I would definitely look at Margarita's game, and she's got a lot of content that we filmed her on YouTube, and plus she's playing all over the place, so she's definitely a great person to watch.
She got a little weird on that, but ball on the rails, no worry for her. She cut that 9 ball right in. Harry, and I can't say I agree with you, but I tried to get in this tournament, but Sam Depp said that men playing in women's sports is not such a good thing, so they had to throw me into the booth.
Well, I don't agree that we don't have a need to have women's sports. We need to have a tour focused on women. If you look at the Fargo rating differential, we've got 100 points difference, pretty much. So unless we have parity with the men and can compete with men's tournaments like that, I think it does women a disservice not to have their own tour and their own events.
And the WPBA is a great tour. It's been around a long time. And as Ada just said, you can tell these players that play on the Pro Tour get better and better. It's great for their game.
Most definitely.
And actually, the WPBA has been a well-running tour much longer than any of the men's tours. Until recently, the men's tour didn't really have anything to compete with the WPBA.
So at the end of the day, we just want to encourage pool playing, however that is. And there's a lot of politics going on with pool right now. I'm not going to get into it, but I really appreciate what WPBA has been doing for the sport, especially for women's sports. And we really need that platform to encourage young women, especially we have several juniors on their tour. We've got a 12-year-old playing, Jordan Helfrey, very promising talent there. And we've got Savannah Easton, Sophia Mast. All these ladies are
Savannah's
teenagers.
14 maybe. Sophia Mast. World junior champion is 16. She's here at this event. Again, if you think the ladies can't play, you're sadly mistaken and in for a treat, because these ladies play good.
So Margarita had to play a safety there because there's some traffic going on.
And she hid most of the ball from her. Dawn looks like she's going to have to play safety, just to get a hit and move the cue ball maybe back to the bottom or to the top of the table here.
Now, do you think that she has an edge of the ball that she can see?
I think she can see the edge, but she's looking at it, so maybe it's barely the edge. It looks like she's getting out on the ball that she can see the edge.
Yeah, I think this is a one pocket shot.
Yeah.
Pretty much send it to the middle. Oh, now she's got these the 4 and the 6 as blockers.
And there you go. Great safety. Then didn't get a cue ball far away and got blocker balls on top of it. Yeah, I believe Sophia's playing right now on one of the other tables.
So how's your jumping? Looks like Margarita's got her jump cue and is going to be taking it to the air.
Well, and there's nothing easy about this jump shot, but again, it shows you how strong her skills are. She's a favorite to hit this ball. Whether she gets safe or not is another story. Oh, she tapped the ball a little bit. Great sportsmanship. Let Dawn know right away she tapped the ball. But she can make that jump shot, get a clean hit on that one.
Well, this is a chance for Dawn to really get on the board right now. She just has to make sure that, she sets up from, there's still some difficulty with the 4 and the 6 there, but I think the 3 hanging in the pocket would help that. And I really don't see this being super challenging. I don't know. Things can happen. I have no idea.
No, she got a chance to move around, lots of open shots. Got to play a little shape somewhere along the line, but capable of getting out from here.
Now, for the beginner players, I would not go for this 2-9 combination.
No, you don't. Wide open tables like this and shooting a very low percentage combo on the 9 is not going to help you against a player of Margarita's skill.
Yeah, that's just silly pool. We don't want silly pool here. This is smart pool.
Smart pool. Play to run out. If you get in trouble, you play safe.
Yes, Dawn likes to wear glittery shoes. That's part of her fun personality. Dawn loves, to be relaxed and have a, I think her hippie Hopkins is like one of her nicknames. Have to look at this list.
And you saw the shoes, but didn't mention the hat she's rocking.
Yeah, she's got quite some style on the table today.
And there you go. Get rid of that trouble ball.
Yeah, she's taking her time, really making sure she has a plan in place and, she has a destination after every ball, just so that she can set up. So when you're playing 9-ball, you want to think in 3-ball patterns. How often do you do that?
Yep, 3-ball pattern. Playing shape to get up to the 3rd ball. And then after you make a ball, it's the next 3 balls you look at. Oh, she got a little short here, so she got a little bit on the wrong side. She wanted to get more towards the left-hand side so she could roll a 6 in and get above the 7. Here she's going to have trouble getting above the 7 to shoot the ball in the top corner pockets.
I think she could just use the rail and then put some top left on it
She
to
might
bring
be
it out to
still
the middle
good,
of the
yeah.
table.
And she is. It wasn't too bad. Left her in good shape here. She can go 1 or 2 rails and shoot this 8 ball in the next ball in the same pocket after the 7.
So someone asked about Margarita's playing equipment. Her playing cue is a Viking Carmelli with a 12.25 white carbon shaft. No, that was a good recovery. She left herself a little too, not ideal position, but, she's got so much experience, knowledge.
Oh, and there was just a kind of a bad stroke there. spun the ball a little bit more than she wanted to. It was definitely a makeable shot. She's going to be sad she missed that one because she should have got out there.
Well, I mean, this cue ball is on the rail, so that makes it much more difficult. And so she's got to slice this, make sure that, you know, she hits it correctly because the rail makes it a little bit more difficult. But I don't know. She's really got to take her time and come up with a plan for this.
Yeah, no, she'd have to hit this good. She can hit it thin and maybe just go across and be able to shoot the 8 in the right-hand side without having to, you know, play too much shape for it. But she's still got to hit this ball good and hope she ends up good on the 8.
Well, I think at this level, she's hoping is not
No,
the
she's
name
the
of the
favorite.
game.
She's the favorite to get right where she wanted, but she did not. She got a little high and left herself tough on the 8.
Yeah, now she's not in a good spot here, so she's got to play defense.
But again, defense, one of her strengths. Left most of this. She did not block the ball, so Dawn can see the full ball. But of course, she doesn't have a good shot here. Might have to play safe herself.
So I would play safe in this situation. Thin the 8 on the left side, and
Come up 2 rails or 3 rails to the
right,
bottom of the table on this view.
and try to keep the 8 ball where it is on the short rail, and then bring the cue ball on this. But it's really touchy. Again,
And
if you're still not sure about the feel of the table.
She looks like she's going to hit it on the right side. Yeah, not sure what she was trying to do there. She seemed torn. She didn't play safe, and she really didn't make a great attempt at the ball. But she left it pretty good. Left it good for Margarita. That one's going to come back to bite her. She needed a little stronger commitment to either the safety or the bank shot.
I still think she's not totally warmed up yet, so she's probably still working on some kinks because she's been sitting a lot of the times while Margarita is running.
That's right, and she's not going to get a lot of chances at the table either because Margarita's not going to give her too many.
Yeah, and it's Margarita's break next, so she's going to be increasing her lead, it looks like. It's up 5-0. It's a race to 8, everybody, and yeah, it's looking like unless Dawn's able to do more effective saves, like maybe stick her in jail with right up against the ball, it's going to be very difficult for her to recover this score.
Yeah, and if you saw, you might have got a chance. You saw the backside of the world reigning Junior Open champion Sophia Mass playing on table 3. She's tied at 2-2 on her match right now. I believe she's going to be up possibly at the 4 o'clock match for the stream match. So if you haven't got a chance to watch 16-year-old Sophia Mass, you're in for a treat because she is a very strong player even at a young age.
So our next round at 2 o'clock, so stay tuned for WPBA fans who want to watch the live stream. We'll be having Savannah Easton versus Nicole Keeney. That's going to be a great match. It's very even as far as their Fargo, so it could go either way.
And Nicole Keeney's a Denver native, so the girl's coming home. Been living in California, but she's home in her hometown of Denver, Colorado. She's got a tough match against one of the strong up-and-comer 14-year-old Savannah Easton.
So she got a good break, but then this 2-9 is like all tied up, so
yeah,
still not.
Looks like she might be able to catch the edge of the 2. Obviously going to have to play the safe, kind of the same deal, thin the 2 and try to get the cue ball towards the top of the table in this view.
So for those at home, you're wondering what this blue rack is. It's called the Perfect Rack from Canada, and that's our official rack at the WPBA. It's a plastic rack, and it actually racks the balls pretty tightly, and we do the 3-point break with it, so it's a very good and consistent piece of equipment.
Yeah, Brianna Miller is in this tournament. She played at the 10 o'clock and won her first match 8-4.
So that was a really good save from Margarita.
Gave Dawn the edge. She could at least hit the ball.
Yeah,
for
but
her.
I don't think Dawn can get out from this. She's gonna have to resave her.
Yeah, she's gonna have to play it safe. She's got the hedge to hit it.
So WPBA has 3 more stops on the calendar. Next month, we're heading to Louisville, Kentucky, to Rail Yard Billiards, and that's going to be from October 10th through the 13th. So if you're in Louisville, Kentucky, please come out and support the WPBA. There's going to be a lot of great matches there. November, we're going to be heading to Concord, New Hampshire, over at the Capital City Billiards. It's a brand new pool hall. So excited to make a presence there and meet all the local players in New Hampshire. And then our season finale is in December at the Dr. Pool Classic over in Rothschild, Wisconsin at the convention center over there. So still several more stops where the ladies are going to be playing. And so we would love to see you there. And of course, follow, like, and share our live stream. And see all our posts and everything. So very exciting news.
Yeah, strong year for the WPBA. A lot of great events, a lot of players playing, young players, foreign players. WPBA's strong.
Yep, our bracket right now is on digital pool. So if you want to watch in real time the scores for all the rounds, we are playing with 10 different tables. So we have 20 competitors at the moment playing. You can check out digital pool. You can go to events, and then you'll see the WPBA is really at the top there, and then go through the bracket and the live scores. So we're doing live stream and live scoring with the tablet, so that's how we're able to provide you with the results.
At digitalpool.com, the website. Go to tournaments. And that Olhausen Classic is one of the first one. If you go draw down the list, and then you get the brackets, you get live scoring. Digital Pool website is real good for this.
So every event that I've been to, the live streams keeps getting better and better. So for this event, we've got upgraded mics and an audio system. So hopefully the sound is better. You can hear us commentate. Please let us know if you are having trouble hearing us, but I think initially we worked it out, as I stepped into the booth and just from playing, and then I was just like trying to get my bearings in the booth. So I think we kind of worked that out in the beginning. But yeah, like we just got a trailer, so we're able to bring all the live stream equipment plus any other equipment we need for the tournament to every stop. So it's going to be more and more things that we're looking to do with the live stream, and so glad for your support. So continue to like, share, follow, and donate and help support.
Yeah, so if I sound good, it's because of this great setup on this live stream that Lonnie has got going on. She's been working on it and rebuilding it, she was telling me.
Well, I'm excited that we have this digital or this Billiards TV sponsorship going on here where you can watch these matches on Billiards TV.
That's right. I know if you have YouTube TV, they have Billiards TV as one of the channels. And yeah, it's great. They're great place to show your, to show off the tour.
Yeah, just checking the side view here. Looks like she's going to have to go for this combination. It quite did not get the shape that she wanted on that 7-ball.
Oh, she hits a nice shot. She's got playing good. She's got to get on the board here. Got a good opportunity here. Scott, what's your last name? Yep, it would be me. I'm an old guy, so I've been playing pool a long time out in Pueblo.
Oh, so you know everyone here. Are you like the Colorado mayor in pool?
No, but I run tournaments and Calcuttas and play events for years. So
that's amazing. We definitely
been around.
Need a lot of pool enthusiasts to help grow the sport, encourage people to play. I've been starting to teach beginners where I'm at in New Jersey. I'm out of New York City, but my pool hall, Play Hoboken, is in New Jersey, and it's been wonderful to introduce the sport to a lot of young people and get them started.
Yeah, and you're right. It's great to see Laura Smith back. She never really went away, but she was playing less events. She was living in Lafayette, Colorado, kind of outside of Boulder. She moved back recently to Colorado Springs to a house she had there, and she seems like she's playing more WPB events. So, yeah, great to see Laura, one of my longtime friends.
So Dawn has gotten herself on the board, and she is breaking.
On the board, 5-1.
Hey, it's not over till it's over, so the momentum can shift at any time.
Scott Reynolds, it's great to hear from you again. Yes, I remember you. You still playing pool? Nobody's what's your real name? A lot of good matches going on. 10 matches going on at this time. Emily Duddy from New York's up 4-1. Laura Smith playing Carolyn Powell right now, tied 2-2. Sophia Mass down a game to Tracy Cantrell, 3-2. Kaylee McIntosh winning 5-0.
Wow, so many exciting matches there. Yeah, we definitely have a very good field.
Another Colorado player on table 10, Isabel Gutierrez, tied up at 3-3 with Taruko Kukulele. Kukulele.
Although
Hi.
she just got married, so she might change her name, and it'll be easier for everyone to pronounce, right? Although I don't have a problem with it.
Kurt Bowman, love them outdoor photography pics you got. Beautiful work. Keep it up.
So we have Dawn breaking now. Hopefully, let's see if a break and run. I'm rooting for a break and run. Oh, she got a good break here.
Got a good break here. Not necessarily good on the one ball. No, I'm telling you, Kurt, beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures. I don't believe you're in Colorado no more. Glad to see you guys that used to be in Colorado on the stream. You can get some actual today Coloradoans up here.
Well, we do have several local pool enthusiasts who have volunteered to commentate on the stream like yourself. So we do have tomorrow several of the local folks that you might recognize if you are from Colorado and following the stream.
Yeah, I believe Tony Piazza.
No, actually, we've
Tony
got...
didn't...
No, we got
didn't-
Adam King, we got Adam Cisneros. We also have several others I can't think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, some of the best players. Both of the Adams play real strong. Adam Cisneros plays a little bit on the Pro Tour. He's played some of the Michigan Open event, I believe he played on that Predator Tour.
Okay.
He also played last week or 2 weeks ago at the Colorado Open, the Ultimate Pool USA event that was just here in Denver.
And then we'll be having April Garcia join us in the booth at some point as well.
April's a local player playing in the women's event, plays all over. Great player, loves the game, great for the game. Plays APA, plays every league, every tournament you want to.
I had no idea there was so much pool in Colorado. People are all focused on Texas, Florida. Don't
Well,
sneeze on Colorado.
The problem with the West, like Colorado, is everywhere is so far away, but Colorado's always had great players. Danny Medina, probably the most famous pool player out of Colorado, one of the top pool players in the world. At one time, they were 18-year-old. They were flying him around on helicopters to get action everywhere, all over the globe. Danny Medina's gone now, but he was one of many strong players out of the Denver area through the years.
Wow. So did you go on the road and was hustling as well in your youth?
No, I never did much hustling, more of a tournament player, but I've been playing. I've done a lot of traveling, played all over the state and most of the surrounding states.
So have you come to New York City to compete?
I have never been far east. I actually played in the U.S. Amateurs, I believe it was 2005, and went the farthest east I've ever been, played out of Connecticut.
Wow.
An event out there. Gotten the money, finished 17th. Was happy with my playing.
Now, would you say that Colorado has a lot of Wow, that was unfortunate there.
Yeah, hit the ball, made the ball, but got a bad roll.
Would you say there's a lot more bar table pool in Colorado versus 9-foot table pool, or about equal?
No, I'm afraid to say the majority is bar table. Most of the big tournaments are bar tables. There's not too many pool rooms in Colorado that have enough big tables to have consistent big table events. So all the big events are almost always bar tables here.
You know, this is consistently surprises me because I'm from New York and most of the events are 9-foot table events, and you would think New York is so congested, so crowded that they would be more favorable to bar table pool, but no. And then they prefer the 9-foot tables. And then you have places like Texas, Colorado. I think it's way more open space. 9-foot tables would be the preference, but it surprises me that it's the opposite.
Yeah, again, I think it's just the pool rooms tend to be, more bar table oriented here. And most of like New Mexico, Colorado, I mean, there is some rooms with a lot of big tables, but I believe you're right. On the East Coast, the majority of rooms are mostly just big tables and not so much bar tables, where there isn't any pool rooms hardly around here that are just big tables. There's always a strong mix of the bar tables.
So in New York, if you want to go to a bar table, you go to a bar. You don't go to a pool hall.
Yeah.
So we have our priority straight.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it was that way. I'm much more comfortable on the big table through the years.
Yeah, if you want to go play bar pool, go to your divey bar in the corner with the bar table. You know, put up your quarters and have at it.
Yeah, here like a great local pool room is Zooster's Bar and Grill here on the north side of Denver, and they just have 10 bar tables. They don't have a big table in the house.
So there's a question in the chat about Olhausen being a sponsor, but the room is using diamond tables. We have to go with what the room is providing us, and it's diamond tables is what they have here. So it's unless we're going to be in a casino or convention center, it's really hard for us to like bring the tables in like that. So our title sponsor is Diamond, and this room has diamond tables, even though the title sponsor for this event is Olhausen.
You know, and I mentioned Mark Haddad, a great player here in the Denver area, actually originally from California. He was married to Melissa Little, the Viper, who's a longtime WPBA pro. Unfortunately, I think she's been under the weather. She's had some hand problems, and I think she mentioned 12 or 13 surgeries recently, so she hasn't been playing pool.
It's really unfortunate. She's a tremendous player, but life happens, and you need to take care of your health for sure.
Yeah, and another unfortunate is the recent passing of Mark Haddad. He got in a car accident on the East Coast with his brother, and the Colorado and the pool community as well lost one of the most knowledgeable players in the game nationwide. I mean, the guy played every pool game known to man and knew everything about the game. Great player, great ambassador. And sorry for Melissa and the family, because Mark Haddad would be greatly missed around here.
So Dawn had come up with another win there. So
2 on the board.
Yeah, 2 on the board. Momentum can be shifting. We will see. People underestimate like how that added pressure from your opponent, like starting to put racks up, affects your game. So hopefully, Margarita can remain even keeled throughout the rest of this match.
Yeah, she's breaking, and she's pretty strong mentally, so she should be still in it without too many doubts. Nice break, put the 1 in, but again, not a shot at the 2.
She did not fulfill the 3-point break requirement, though. But she made the 1 ball in the corner, and the 7 was the only one that crossed the head string. The 4 needed a little bit more oomph to get there, but it didn't happen. So now she has to concede the table to Dawn here.
But Dawn has the option, correct? Dawn doesn't have to take this turn. She can give it back to Margarita.
Right. So if Dawn takes this table, she has to make a shot. She cannot push out. But if she decides, like, say this 2 ball is hidden and is not ideal for her, she can give the table back to Margarita, and Margarita can push out.
Yeah, and Zooster's does not have the 10-foot diamond. That's at a different venue, a little north of Denver, more like the Lafayette area. Struggling on the name right now, but it is not Zooster's that has that 10-foot diamond.
Oh.
But there is one here in the Denver area.
I don't know if Dawn realizes that she doesn't have the push-out option. But it looks like Margarita didn't call her out on it.
Right, because again, a little bit different to WPBA. The player that did not break does not have a push-out option. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you don't make the 3-point rule, the opponent has that choice to take the table or not take the table. If they take the table, they have to make a shot.
Well, worked out in her favor. Margarita made a big mistake here, tried to play it safe, but let the cue ball get away. And Pharaohs, yes, sir, that's what it is. Pharaohs in Lafayette with the 10-foot diamond.
I think now she's feeling a little bit of pressure, especially now that Dawn has started to play a little bit more consistently. She's gotten the feel of the table, it looks like. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Margarita can maintain her composure. So
I agree. Mina showed a little bit of pressure right there.
yeah, people don't realize that is a factor in playing well, is how you fade when your opponent is starting to gain on you. I mean, she still has a sizable lead, 5-2, but anything can happen. Dawn can catch a gear, and next to know she's like running the tables. She has all those years of experience. It's cue ball foul, not all ball foul in this situation. So people in watching the live stream are wondering, is cue ball foul?
Probably a good thing on this ladies tour with the ladies' longer hair.
Yeah, I mean,
with the no, just cue ball fouls only.
Or they were really being very strict over in the international events. Like, if your shirt's touching, that's a foul too. So
yeah, no, some of the tours are very, the matchroom events are the same way. Of course, when you have referees at most of the table, it makes it a little easier to do such things like, make it all ball falls. A little tougher when you don't have referees at every table, to make those calls.
So John's trying to figure out how to get from the 5 to the 6, which is a little bit tricky right now. So you can try to elect to get perfect to get the 6 into the side, but from the 5 to the 6 she might have to play it safe after that, depending on how that lands.
Yeah, she's probably all right here, just pretty much stopping it. But the 5 to the 6, she's got to get in that window between the 8 and the 9, and like Ada said, it's going to be tough. She can get in between and still not get good on the ball. But she put herself in good shape here. One rail into that window.
There might be a 6-9 combination for these risky amateur players that love those type of shots, but I doubt people at this level are going to go for it. We will see.
Well, look at that.
That was really nice touch there.
Was
She
really
held the cue
nice.
ball in this really tricky spot.
Slow roll and got pretty much perfect. She got on the 6 in the corner, and the cue ball is going to slide tiny bit towards the 7. She's got great shape. She's got to stay down and make the 6 here.
So if Dawn wins this rack, my money is that Margarita's going to take a break to reset. Because people underestimate the importance of taking a break, especially when you're feeling the anxiety, the nerves that are happening from your opponent gaining on you, or potentially, gaining on you to the point where they're going to tie the score. So break is really important for that mental reset.
Yeah, might be a real good idea. Oop, there she caught a little bit of the rail, but still good speed and got perfect on the 8.
It's like wiped its feet on the way in.
Yeah, Dawn settled down here, playing real good.
Oh, everything looks pretty good.
Yeah, she's the favorite to get out here.
Yep, she hit that with authority, stopped that ball, and gave herself a small angle.
And nice out, and we got a match.
We do indeed.
And again, like I said, don't let Dawn's 618 Fargo rating fool you, because she's been playing a long time. I'm not sure how much she's playing recently. Has she been going to most of the recent events?
No, she has not.
Yeah,
actually.
I thought she hadn't been played as much, but she's a strong player, and she's been around a long time, and definitely higher than that 618 Fargo
Well,
shows on the screen.
the WPBA has 10 different events this year, so that's a lot of events for the ladies to travel and come up with the money for the plane ride, the hotel, lodging,
All the travel.
food, entry fees. People don't realize, like, it's not like golf here, you get all these people sponsored and making tons of money. We need to be growing the sport so that these ladies and also the top men can be able to make a living off of pool. I think a lot of these ladies have another job or doing other things to supplement their income.
Sure, yes. And Colorado's far. I mean, there's not too many of the events this far west. So it's a lot of money to get out here to play in an event. Nice break. Is she going to get some love? No. 8-ball came to ruin the parade there a little bit.
I think this is a very simple save, like get the cue ball behind the 8 and then send the 1 ball towards the rail.
Yep. Try to block all approaches to the 1 ball.
Yeah, so thank you for those who want to donate. You can donate by clicking on the $sign button in the YouTube channel. And then we also have on our website, WPBA.com. You can donate there as well. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the WPBA.
A good safety there. If Margarita wants to go to this right side here, she's going to have to go 2 rails. She can go 1 rail from the left-hand side, but it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, but I think she really needed to marry that cue ball to the 8 to be more effective.
Yes. It would have made it a 2-railer either direction. Got a good hit, but
she sent it closer to the 9 ball.
And the 1 doesn't go to I don't think goes by the 4 ball to the left-hand side corner pocket. So she's either going to play safe here, or maybe play safe and take a shot at a wild 9.
Well, this
kind of a 2-way shot.
Well, this side view is showing that this 1 ball is makeable into the right corner there.
You think here it is?
No, I'm sorry, the bottom left corner in our view.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's makeable, and
what I think
maybe
is
staying a good for the 2.
Yeah, and then also if she overcuts it or something, it's a natural safety where the cue ball will be on the going back towards where it is right now, and then you'll be sending the 1 ball into the short rail, the bottom short rail.
Good point.
Oh, she elected to. Oh, I don't like this shot.
Oh, she didn't hit it very good. She wanted to stop the cue ball. She didn't want to let it leak down, and ended up giving her straight in and with shape to get on the 7. I mean, with a good line to get on the 7. Yeah, I believe she's trying to stop that cue ball right there.
Yeah, but
and hide her behind the 9.
Unfortunately, no humidity. Things just keep rolling and rolling.
Yeah, she didn't put any junk, stuff on the ball to make it stop. She didn't hit it low or nothing. She thought the softness would keep it, and it didn't. It leaked down.
Well, Dawn is from New Jersey, where I live, and we're used to having humidity, so this is definitely a challenging condition for us. No humidity. But our last stop was over in Charleston, South Carolina, and I think that was a lot of humidity. So it could go the other way, where it's playing a little bit sluggish, and so you have to make the adjustments. I think the top players know how to adjust their game for the
Right.
conditions.
Right, but it is a big adjustment. Yeah, and like you said, South Carolina, last event, and the next event's in Louisville.
Louisville, Kentucky,
Yeah,
yes.
so Colorado was kind of far away for, some of the pros to get to and get to the next event and stuff. But, man, we got a good turnout here.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Wheelman, for your contribution and donation. Although I really appreciate your comments here along with the donation. Character jumping in the air joyfully saying, yippee!
Yeah, and quite the contrast in styles. Styles and eras. Dawn played a little bit, in the older area since she's been playing a long time. And Margarita, definitely of the modern era, the new young gun.
Well,
And foreign-born players.
I mean, it shows you like the evolution of sports apparel too. We have so many pool apparel companies now who are really trying to come up with a professional look. I think a lot of it comes from the inspiration of golf and keeping it, with the polo shirts and the slacks, but at the same time putting some flair to it by having increased some designs and your sponsors. So, I appreciate all the new products that have come about recently.
Yeah. Strong shot there. Played to the corner to get shape. Easy one rail down to easy shot on the 9.
So, question from the chat, is Christina Tkach in this? Yes, she is. She played her match at 10 o'clock this morning.
And won easily. She is the number 1 seed, I believe.
Yes,
Christina.
she is. Yep.
And Margarita here is the number 2 seed. And the second highest ranked Fargo, and another, like I said, the strength of the women's tour. There is 3 players ranking in the 700s in this event, with the third being Pia Filler. Just over, it's like a 701 or something.
So Margarita has increased her lead to 6-3 now. Race to 8.
Yeah, stop the bleeding there a little bit. With Dawn's mistake giving her a wide open shot at the 1.
Yeah, so just wanted to see if we had the foul rule, if it's cue ball foul or all ball fouls listed. It does not list in this match slide here.
No, it doesn't.
But we are playing with cue ball fouls. I'm actually from New York City, so I play BCA League out of Amsterdam Billiards. I play in their straight pool league, and I play in their team 9-ball league. And then I also play at Society Billiards in their team 9-ball league. But I don't, Chicago, I loved visiting Chicago, but my home is New York City, and I don't think I can live anywhere else. It's nice to visit other places.
Yeah, New York City, the Mecca.
There's always
Great
something.
pool rooms, Amsterdam Billiards, great pool room. Not like I've ever been there myself, but.
Well, right now they're going through a renovation of their interior, so you'll see some construction going on. Maybe you should wait till the beginning of next year when it should be done to come check it out. It's an amazing pool room. In a good spot, too.
And Emily Duddy's from New York, too, as well, right?
Yes. Originally from California, moved to New York City right after she graduated from college because she was so inspired by Jennifer Beretta. And wow,
And you said Don Hopkins from New Jersey area?
From New Jersey.
Anybody else from that New York, New Jersey area here?
Caroline Powell.
Caroline Powell, who's playing right now.
She is from New Jersey. So we got quite a bit of East Coaster representation here.
Far away from home.
That was unfortunately a bad situation for Margarita that she had to recover from, but she left it wide open now.
Hit the ball, but left her straight in.
I mean, this 3 to the 4 is not easy.
No. You should be all right here, too, pulling back the cue ball to get on the 3, but from getting the 3 to find a pocket for the 4 is going to be tough.
I think after she makes this 3, she's going to have to play a safe on the 4, but we'll see.
Do you think it goes over there?
Let's change this
Side view where the 4.
I can't tell from this view if the 4 goes
No,
into the
we
pocket
can't
or
see
not.
good whether it goes on that top left-hand side or not. You know, the other option, maybe she stays low and draws a little bit towards the middle of the table and gets below that 4 to shoot it in the top right-hand corner pocket.
I think she should just
But
make
you'd have to be
this.
pretty precise.
Yeah, I think she should just make it and then do a simple safe and get the cue ball married next to the 9 ball and send the 4 ball away to the rail.
It does look like she's trying to get below it and trying to get perfect on that top corner. But she didn't get perfect, which is
I mean, she gave
why
herself
Ada
a
said,
shot
you know,
here.
maybe the easier play there was playing the safe. She left herself a shot, and you know she's going to have to move, carry him off the 9, and the shape on the 5 isn't automatic.
I mean, here's another safe opportunity is to like send the 4 to the short rail, bottom short rail, and then stick it behind the 9 too.
Yeah, but again, it looks like Dawn's all offense. She's going for the shot. And jarred it out, but, didn't leave the ball in front of the hole.
Yeah, this is not easy for Margarita. She's going to have to play a simple safe, I think. Because it doesn't make sense for her to try to cut it in and get I mean,
She'd have to go 1 down, and the 9 ball could come into play.
yeah.
She can get hooked on the 9 ball up and down.
Yes,
after
Pat.
the bottom rail.
Hello. I met Pat over in Michigan, and very nice to see you in the chat again.
I love the pool community. Love it.
So let's see what Margarita does in this situation.
All offense here. She tried to make it.
I think maybe the adrenaline is pumping right now and makes you more like, I gotta go offense. I gotta shoot everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that, and she's strong feel for that she's going to make everything. Now Dawn's has, much easier shot than Margarita did. She's got it thin, but she's got, for an easier shot to make and probably a little wider landing area to not get hooked on that 9.
I mean, she's using the bridge like a pro. I mean, I would shoot this left-handed, knowing me.
Old school pro bridge. Yeah, like I said, most of the newer players got extensions on the back, and they don't have to use that bridge.
Yeah, I have an extension. I shoot left-handed.
Got a 6-inch extension, a 3-inch extension.
No, just one extension for me. I don't need all those.
But yeah, a lot of players do nowadays have the multiple extensions.
Whoa.
Oh, she might overhit that ball. Oh, man, a little unfortunate. She kind of pulled it back too much instead of just sliding it up, and she did not get any love there.
I think she just needed to go 1 rail and come out. I think the spin was not the right thing. Maybe that would have worked with a room with more humidity.
Yeah. Yeah. Driving 90 minutes to play is too far? Man, I drove 2 hours, 100 miles just to be in the booth with you guys today.
Wow, that's dedication. Thank you so much for your support.
I might live 100 miles away, but this has been my home pool room. I love Felt. Best pool room in the state. Best tables.
Have you thought about living closer?
Sure.
That's why I like New York City. I can just take public transportation everywhere.
I've been living in Springs for a while at one time, but moved back to Pueblo to be closer to my parents as they got older and stuff, and bought a house in Pueblo, so I'm pretty much there to stay. But I still drive up to Denver to play tournaments fairly often.
Wow.
Everything's far in Colorado, 100 miles isn't that far.
I'm surprised.
Albuquerque's 350 away. Cheyenne's 300 miles away. Kansas City's 500-600 miles away. Nice shot. Got another opportunity at the table.
Yeah, Margarita had a very far away 6 ball and then unfortunately didn't hit it correctly. Dawn is definitely not going down without a fight.
Oh, she hit that a little hard. And kind of in no man's land here.
So would you bank or cut this?
Well,
She's
you
looking
know,
to cut it.
looking at cutting it.
I mean, you could do control two-way where you send the cue ball to the top short rail, and I would think like if you don't cut this correctly, you will hit it
Short.
point.
You want to hit it short here if you're going to miss it. You want to leave the 9-ball by that side pocket. Oh, she cut it to the bottom rail, and she's going to get away with it.
Wow!
Holy cow,
what
that was a nice shot.
What a shot there! Back cutting it.
Back cutting it, letting the cue ball go directly towards the top pocket.
That was kind of risky too, because she didn't hit it correctly. She could have scratched.
And she hit it on the good side because that's how that cue ball ended up going to that side rail and not to the top rail or inside the hole, you know. So she cut it real good. Man, that was a great shot.
Oh,
This is a good match.
definitely. She's like, I came here to play. I'm not rolling over and dying. I gotta make sure that I make some racks on the board.
No, she doesn't seem to have any fear of the opponent at all.
Oh, when you play world champions all the time, like, where's the fear? They're just another opponent. What do you think?
No, that's true. That's the benefits of a healthy pool tour. You know, again, the WTBA is so strong, got many events. You know, it's not long between events, so you're not, you know, without an event to go to for 2 or 3 months to get, you know, you can build up some momentum. You play good in a match. You know, you play good in a match maybe at the last tournament in South Carolina. You know, right away you're playing in Denver, and gives you time to, you know, gives you good ability to build up your game and get some confidence going.
Well, if Dawn had made this 9-ball in the side pocket, that would have counted as a win. So the only situation is if the 9-ball goes in the bottom 2 corners. But unfortunately, that didn't have.
She didn't make it, and unfortunately left it right by the side pocket, and cue ball's behind the 1 and gave Margarita a chance to get a early 9 here.
She also did not satisfy the 3-point break rule. That's why Margarita is at the table right now. Because she made 1 on the break, and there's 8 on the table. But of course, Margarita is going to take it because there's an open shot here and a potential 1-9 combination.
Yeah, tried to play it both ways, leave her safe while at least attempting the 9, but not a good shot on the 9, and left her a shot at the 1.
I mean, it was a free shot there. In that
It
case,
was.
I would try to make that shot
That's
all
the
day,
right
all
shot,
night.
right? I think the 2 ways is the right shot,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can win a game there.
Oh, Dawn made it really confidently.
Look at that. And shape on the 2.
She hit that like center of the pocket there. That was very nicely done.
Yeah, that wasn't easy getting shape on that ball. She not only got shape on that ball, but
Now
in
she's
the right place to get on the next ball.
got to put like top left so she could get to this 3 there. Also, to explain the 3-point breaking requirement, 3 balls, a combination of 3 balls needs to be pocketed or go past the head string in order for it to be a legal break. If it's not a legal break, then the opponent has the option to take the table and shoot it or give the table back, and the opponent and the shooter can do a push out.
Yeah, that seems kind of a unique rule to the WPBA. But yeah, anything to keep that soft break from being in play is a good thing if you ask me.
Yeah, because, otherwise becomes like a agonizing safety battle.
Yeah, Rackham in Aurora, you had a lot of 9-foot tables. I'm not sure if it's still there. I think it is, but they used to run a lot more tournaments. Nowadays, you never hear from them too much, but I believe it's still there. I'm not sure if it's still called Rackham, but. And Donna's playing some pool here. She's just going strong.
I'm telling you, she just needed some time to get used to the table. In the beginning, she was just, struggling with the speed, the feel of the table. That's a huge thing. People underestimate that. You really need to spend time with the equipment in the room.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Rackham is closed. I didn't think they were still open. I just hadn't heard about them for a while.
Oh no.
Oh, and there she got a little careless. Got a little careless. Maybe even kind of stood up a little, didn't cut the ball into the hole, tried to hold the cue ball when it probably would have slid a little bit and wouldn't have hurt her too much. But yeah, kind of just a.
It sounded like after she struck it, it hit the nipple instead of like the center of the pocket. So maybe a little too quick on the execution.
Yeah, no, she definitely was a little too and didn't cut the ball enough to get in the hole.
So we have a comment in the chat about headgear. So we do have a few ladies that are known for wearing fancy hats. So the Mello from Arizona always wears a fedora. So it's not uncommon that there is some type of hat wear to show some unique personal style.
And let's face it, she's rocking it. She looks great.
For me, I like to play in more sporty athletic, so I look more like a Margarita when I play pool. I don't like to think about my clothes like too much when I'm playing pool. I want my stuff to not be loose.
Commentator's curse? I hope not. No, I think she just played the shot a little quick.
I think we were talking about something else, not even the shot when that happened. So.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, extended her lead, Margarita. Tough little roll there from Dawn. She was about ready to get to one game, close it down to one game, and now it's back to 3 games.
So there's a question in the booth, in the chat about, that's actually a very interesting question. For the 3-point breaking requirement, what if the 9-ball goes in the side but the 3-point rule is not met? I believe, I would have to double check with the tournament director. I believe the 9-ball gets respotted and then, it's up to the opponent whether they take the table or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the golden break here in this situation at WPBA, but I would assume that she didn't fulfill the requirements of the break, that 9-ball wouldn't win the game in the side pocket there.
Right.
The foul would overrule it.
Yeah,
is
so
what I would assume.
This is something I have to ask the tournament director and get back to the chat.
Nice wide open break there. A little unfortunate. I don't think she got a shot at the one.
Well, Margarita's on the hill now, so she just needs to take it one ball at a time.
Yeah, she's probably just going to have to push out here. Oh, here she goes. Offense going in the air.
Well, she's such a great jumper. Might as well. Just like that.
But, she made the shot, but, the shape was never going to be there. So, that was maybe a little too aggressive. But, of course, here she can play the safe and maybe a little bit easy, part of an easy shape, hitting the 2-ball to come back up table and getting behind that 9 and 6 and 4-ball or 5-ball, whatever it is.
There's a question in the chat about what is a push out. So if you break and then you don't have a good look on the first ball, then you can just shoot something else or not even shoot a ball. You're calling a push, and then the opponent has the option to take that shot or give that shot back to the person. So if you is basically you're not penalized for not having an ideal break, because there are moments where you satisfy the 3-point requirement, but you don't have a good look on the first ball. So of course you have to like push. That means you don't hit. You're not able to contact that first ball, so you can do whatever you want on the table.
John, thank you for the compliment. Much appreciated.
Hello, Chief. Nice to see you in the chat.
You know, and there's 9 other matches going on here at Felt Billiards. There's a couple of matches that ended up. Looks like Joanne Mason Parker won 8-1 over Sandy Ching.
And it looks like Kaylee McIntosh has emerged victorious in her match too.
Yeah, it looks like she won like 8-2. Emily Duddy won 8-1. And Sophia Mast is on the hill, up ahead, up 7-3 over Tracy Cantrell. You can see this ball here shooting at the top corner pocket.
Yeah, for sure. He's like, oh, no big whoop. I'm just gonna slice
Nope.
this in and get position for this
Fired it
3.
right in. And not let you get on the 3, but you can hold it to good shape on the 4. Must be what life is like when you're a 732.
Well, now she's got to go. I'm thinking she has to go 3 rails to get shape for this 5 ball, unless she feels.
She can go 1 rail down the middle, but yeah, it looks like she's going to go 2 rails and possibly to that 3rd rail to get in there. Yep, she's definitely going outside.
Well, there was a question in the chat about the strategy of pushing. So you don't want to give an obvious easy shot to your opponent when you're pushing. You want to make it difficult, but also you don't have a good situation, but you want to try to push to an area that is not runnable. So maybe they could contact the first ball. Maybe they have to jump or kick on the first ball that you feel that you can do, but it is more difficult for your opponent. So there's definitely a strategy when it comes to where you place that ball for your push out. Margarita just has to like make these 3 balls and she wins.
Yeah, it looks like she was trying to get to that side pocket, but she ended up a little short.
I think she could just
Still makeable here.
just draw it back and just cut the 9 in.
Yeah. Yep, that's what she's playing. Not move the cue ball much at all here. Yep.
So there's a question in the chat about Margarita's name. On all her official documents right now, it says Margarita Fefilova. We all know that she is Margarita Fefilova Steyer, but that's certainly a mouthful to be commentating and saying that name the entire time. You know, Lonnie Foxwell-Raymond would rather call her Feffy, but I don't want to call her Feffy. Congratulations to Margarita Fefilova Steyer for winning against Dawn Hopkins 7-4. Stay tuned. Our next round is in about 20 minutes. Upcoming, the match will be Savannah Easton versus Nicole Keeney. So please stick around. We have going to be new commentators commentating on that match. Thank you so much, Jim Calderon, for joining me in the booth, and I'm Ada Leo.
Yeah, Ada, thank you. I thank Sam Depp and WPBA for giving me a chance to, talk about the game I love. And, yep, another guest commentator and probably Lonnie back in the booth.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me. I'm having fun. Great event.
So the rest of the day we have 2 o'clock match, 4 o'clock match, and 6 o'clock match. This is Mountain Daylight savings time. So just make sure that you're figuring out which works against your own time zone. So we are Mountain Time. Thank you, everyone.